We are the fifth generation on the farm, started in 1893. We're working on setting this up for the sixth generation. My dad was innovative. I think we've taken it another step to be innovative and tried different things. We milk with 2 robots. We milk 70 to 75 cows. We are the manure taker for the AI stud up the road, which is shavings and manure. They bring it to us, we turn it, we make compost out of it, and that's what the cows lay on in the stalls, and so far it's working out really well. And we collect the manure with the little robots, go around, collect the manure up. It goes to the far end, it gets pumped into the liquid tank, and from the liquid tank we have 400 days of storage. I work with my agronomist. It's always hauled. We haul a little bit in June or July after we take the hay crop off because we find that's really good for the hay crop. It adds some extra nutrients to the hay crop that make it grow better. So it gets one coating, and then in August after wheat, that's when the pit is stirred and emptied, and it's emptied completely.
You've got liquid and solid dairy manure that you handle at home. You've got different organic amendments that you're trying here. What's the reason for the different organic amendments that you're using?
We're trying to build the soil up. We're trying to build soil health. We want to build our worm population. We want to build our organic matter. I don't like buying fertilizer anymore than I have to, and I'd sooner build it naturally. We're in a minimum till situation, no till the wheat, but minimum till everything else. And we want to look after the soils that we have.
When you're determining where each different manure type and organic amendment type is going, how do you determine which field gets what and at what timing?
We soil test everything every 3 years, and I work with my agronomist and my local NASM planner and try to figure out which fields would benefit from which organic matter, and it also depends on where the best situation to haul the manure is as far as logistics, as far as getting it to the field without too much road travel.
We've got cover crops planted. It's a side-by-side comparison of cover crops with manure, without manure, check strips. We've got liquid dairy manure, we've got biosolids. And so you can see in just those side-by-side comparisons that we've got some strips that have a lot of biomass growth because we've fed the microorganisms in the soil. Those microorganisms are helping to build that root biomass. And then we've got check strips where you see very little growth in comparison. The organic amendments, you're feeding the roots, you're feeding the microorganisms.
On a dry year like this, they hold the moisture, and we don't get the moisture stress that some people would if they were a big time till, a plower.
And you can see the mycorrhizae, they're just white little hairs on these roots. Look at how far these roots go down.
There's the root of the radish going down there. There's a worm right here. That was right beside. You can see the worms. And we're seeing whether there's advantages to go into a more diverse mix and see what happens this year.
To summarize, handling manure is a cost of doing livestock business, or with municipal organics, a cost of handling waste from human activity. Organic amendments supply carbon and nutrients that help support healthy soils, but there are challenges in handling and applying nutrients that can lead to compaction and to nutrient loss to the environment. There is no one management practice that will fit every type of manure or amendment, since there is such a large variation in nutrient composition between materials, and each has a scenario that will work best. Whether liquid or solid, whether applied after wheat harvest to cover crops, or injected into standing crop of corn, or incorporated after harvest, the best outcomes start with a manure analysis. Every amendment has a nutrient and organic matter value, but not always in a balance that matches needs. Using the 4R principles of applying the right material in the right place, at the right time, and at the right rate will help to maximize nutrient benefits and contribute to achieving or maintaining healthy soils.